You want Mehera to tell you how she saw the image first? I was standing in my room near the window facing the street, and I was rather in a pensive mood, and I was looking out in the garden, and I was thinking of Baba, how Baba used to walk in the garden, and twice he had come round near this tree, and he walked right behind the tree as well as in front of the tree, and I was remembering those days, how beautiful it was, and how happy we were in those days. And thinking of Baba, I was feeling sad and thinking of him, when all of a sudden, before turning away, my eyes were drawn towards this tree, on bark, the trunk of this tree, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw Baba's face, exactly like Baba's face, the image of Baba's face on the tree, and I was really very happily surprised. So I looked for a little while and was looking at Baba's face for some time, and then I remembered I must tell Mani about it, that I see Baba's face on the tree. So I called Mani, and when Mani came, she also was very surprised and very happily surprised. And we both stood there looking at the tree, and we said we must show it to our other sisters, and we had them called. When they came, they were also very surprised and happy about it. And then after a day or two later, we showed them showed the image of Baba's image on the tree to the mandali, the men mandali. And they also were really very, very surprised. They were very happy to see a beautiful image of Baba's face on the tree. This was just a few days after we came back from the darshan in Pune. This was after 69 darshan in Pune, which had started from 10th April, I think, from April to June. And when we were here in July, I saw this Baba's beautiful image. 69 darshan in Pune, which had started from 10th April, I think, from April to June. And when we were here in July, I saw this Baba's beautiful image on the tree on end of July, 1969. It was a few days after the Silence Day. It was a few days after the Silence Day, yes. Once, I remember which year it was, maybe it was 1959, and Johanna Smith had come for Baba's darshan from USA, and she was talking with Baba in Baba's hall. Baba, having Baba's darshan, and Baba talked to her for a little while, and then Baba came out in the garden here and took her around the garden, and he was walking in front of this window and showing her the seclusion hill and the other hill that had Shiva's temple there. And when he walked past this tree, he stood in front of the tree and touched the tree. Baba actually touched this tree where the image is, and Baba touched it and said, "This is the tree I like." And that Baba said. And I was looking from my room at what Baba was saying. And I was wondering why Baba liked this tree out of all the other trees, nice trees in the garden. Maybe I said, this tree gives so much shade, that's why Baba likes it. But I didn't know. And now I feel that Baba had some reason. So it wasn't really Baba was telling Johanna, it was a message to Mehera to be remembered over 10 years later. And Baba was showing Johanna the garden, you see. And Mehera was watching from inside because Baba was with the men mandali. She didn't come out. And then when she saw Baba stop before this tree,
and said, "This tree I like." She told us that that's what Baba said. I also wondered why just this particular tree, and now we know.
And this is the Audum tree. The Hindus call it the Audum tree, under which is the seat of Dattatreya, means the three aspects of God in one. Dattatreya means three. Three powers of God, Trinity. And that is Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Brahma beings could do for Baba. The God-man, his work he alone could do, and he alone did. He is the all-powerful God-man, God on earth. He walked the earth. God walked this earth and he has blessed it. He went round the world and has blessed the whole world. He has given a great push to the whole world. That is why now everyone is awakened. Many hearts are awakened and are awakening still and will awaken. As Baba Jan said, my beloved son will be loved by all, and everyone will call out to him, and they will love him, and he is one worthy to be loved, because he loved us so much that his infinite love for us and his infinite compassion, he suffered in silence for us. He did not need to suffer, but it was for our sakes that he suffered. So go on. Okay? Very beautifully the children were trained, and so all sorts of formations and drill, and very beautifully they performed. And there were the school girls also performed drill, and then they said Baba Jai all the time, and then they were given prasad, and they all smiling faces. They were all facing Baba's room, so many children, and happily eating the prasad and talking about Baba. So what did essays. And this year, the school principal and the masters had a very unique idea. To make the children know about Baba, they told the children to write essay on Baba's life. So these children would flock around Mehera Zad, near the library. They wanted all the books in Marathi on Baba to read Baba's life. And so each one would quickly want to read and make by heart all about Baba. So the best essay, prizes were given for the best essay. And they did write very good essays, and the boys who knew how to draw and paint, some of them had even made paintings and drawings of Baba's face, which they did very beautifully. And
it was a beautifully done job. The books were brought by the schoolmasters, and we showed them to Mehera. The little ones had drawn pictures of Baba and written Baba's life, and sometimes they'd written the whole of the Aarti in Marathi. Oh, it was very lovely, and I think a number of them got prizes. And because it was the first attempt, everyone who took part in the essay, who took that subject in their curriculum, got a prize, a little prize in any case. And the ones who did the best got a beautiful prize.
So now the children all know about Baba, and
they all want photos of Baba to frame in their house. And the school has about 6 big pictures of Baba, all framed and put up there. And
they all now love Baba. So Baba's divinity spreads day by day.
Yes.
Of course, it's spreading very fast in USA than any other country, I think. Because Baba's blessed USA, his footsteps there. Yes, when this house was being built, and they were preparing the foundation, Baba ordered the people who were working, the supervisors, that the trees that were near the house, none of these trees were to be cut down, especially this Audum tree on which Baba's image is, this tree, and there's a neem tree facing it, and there's another tree near the wall. All these Baba said they should not be cut down, and so that is why these trees are very near to the house. And after April Darshan 1969, when we came here, and it was end of July, and I was standing by the window looking out in the garden, and I was looking at other trees and was rather in a pensive mood. I was thinking of Baba. I remembered Baba walking around through the garden here and around by this tree, and how he went and came walking in front of the tree also. And once I was with him walking, and I remembered that those days, and I was feeling sad that Baba's not now. How beautiful those days were. I was with Baba that time, and now I'm standing alone, and I was feeling very sad at that time. I was looking at the garden, then all of a sudden my eyes fell on the trunk of this tree, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw Baba. The creator, Vishnu the preserver or the sustainer, and Mahesh is the dissolver. And so all the three powers God has, and it shows that Baba is God. His image is seen in this tree, which is the tree where the seat of Dattatreya is always worshipped under this tree. One day of the year is a special day for the Hindus to worship the Audum tree, and this is called the Audum tree. And so if they don't have this tree near their village, they will go out in the forest to find this tree, to worship this tree that one day, because it is that day of Dattatreya day. So it is significant. So there's a great significance that Baba's image is seen in this tree. And Baba being fair of skin, the tree, matches with Baba's skin, because this tree's bark, the bark of the tree is. People nearby, they were not awakened to Baba's divinity, so they did not come for Baba's darshan or ask to come, though Baba did distribute prasad to them once or twice, I think. And but all these years they did not come, nor were they encouraged. They. I was with Baba that time, and now I'm standing alone, and I was feeling very sad at that time. I was looking at the garden, then all of a sudden my eyes fell on the trunk of this tree, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw Baba, an image of Baba's face on the tree, exactly like Baba's face, and I was so happily surprised. I kept on looking, and yes, it was exactly like Baba's face, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was so happy. I said, oh, Baba is telling me that he hasn't forgotten me, and he hasn't forgotten us, and he will not forget us, nor his lovers. That's how I felt. And as he wants to tell us that if I am in the tree, I'm also inside the house, I'm in your hearts, I'm very near you. And I felt comforted, somewhat comforted, and I wanted to show Mani, and I called Mani, and she also came, and she was also very, very happy to see the image on the tree. She could not believe her eyes. And we stood there watching and looking at Baba's image on the tree, so beautiful. And later then we showed it to our other sisters in the ashram. They all were very happily surprised, and we were all smiles and happy to see that Baba is reminding us that he's with us. He hasn't left us. He remembers us as he remembers all his lovers everywhere. He's with all his lovers everywhere as he is with us also.
Did you get the part where Mehera said about Johanna Smith going in the garden? Did you get that part?
It is courage.
All right.
Then we said we must show it to the men mandali. So after 2 days, I think, we called the men mandali, were called, and they also, when they saw, they were very happily surprised, and they stood there gazing on Baba's image. Everyone felt happy that Baba is telling us that he hasn't forgotten us, he is with us, he hasn't left us, and he's always with us and will always be with us, as he's always with all his lovers everywhere. Everywhere Baba is, love is felt everywhere, and there Baba is very near them. Wherever they think of Baba and love him, Baba is helping them, and his presence is felt very near, because Baba is very near them. And that is why they feel Baba's love. They feel love for Baba, because Baba loves them, and so they love Baba also. But once Baba said, because my love for you, that is why you love me, because I love you. That is why also you love me.
Beautiful.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Irwin and Edward, you're really determined people and very lovely people, and you worked so hard, you've exhausted us.